This is NHTV2, North Haven Government Television, a service of North Haven Community Television. The following program is brought to you through the support of the town of North Haven.
Good evening and welcome to the March 18, 2025 meeting of the North Haven Board of Police Commissioners. My name is Larry Lazaroff. I'm the chairman. To my left is Paul Wyman, Commissioner. To my right, Mark Calafiore, Secretary. And to his right, Alden Mead, Commissioner. Tonight's a special night. We welcome a new member of our family, Miguel Dos Santos. We have some people here to also welcome you, so we want to welcome you to our family, welcome your family to our family. We promise you that we'll do everything we can to support you, and we hope you have an excellent career here in North Haven, and you stay safe and return home to your family after each shift. You know, you have the support of not only the First Selectman, the Chief and Deputy, but the Board of Police Commissioners as well. So welcome to our family. With that said, let's do the administration of the oath. If you will, just raise your right hand and repeat after me. I solemnly swear that
I solemnly swear that
I will bear true faith and allegiance to
I will bear true faith and allegiance to
the United States of America
the United States of America
and the state of Connecticut,
and the state of Connecticut.
and I will support the Constitution thereof.
I will support the Constitution thereof.
I will faithfully and impartially
I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform all duties incumbent upon me
all duties incumbent upon me
as a police officer of the town of North Haven.
as a police officer of the town of North Haven.
I agree to obey and be bound
I agree to obey and be bound
by such rules and regulations
by such rules and regulations
as are or may be made
as are or may be made
from time to time established by the Board of Police Commissioners.
established by the Board of Police Commissioners.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Officer Dos Santos will be pinning you today.
My wife.
Excellent. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome. Careful. Perfect. Good job. With that, we're going to take a short break for some photos, and then we'll return. Thank you. Okay, we are back into open session after having sworn in Miguel Dos Santos. Again, I want to welcome into our family. I'll ask for a motion for the approval of the minutes of the February 25th, 2025 meeting, both regular and executive sessions, please. So moved. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Beautiful. Any correspondences?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, we have one piece of correspondence tonight, and this is from Mr. Charles W. Sherwood. He's the director of the South Central Criminal Justice Administration based out here in New Haven, and he addressed a letter to Chief Glenn. And he just states in part, on behalf of the Stratford Police Department, he wants to thank the Chief for allowing Captain Chris Thorpe to serve as a panelist at the recently held oral board examination for the position of lieutenant. So good job, Captain Thorpe, and that is it.
Perfect. Okay, for Chairman's report, I just want to congratulate the entire department and all the other networks you worked with for the fine results from the street takeover, and I'm sure you'll elaborate on that. Again, remind the public to please support the police budget that the chief presented last month. I do want to express a couple of sad things. Condolences to Officer Swinetech from the LPD, the family. We did have a couple of losses also in our community as well. Mrs. Claudia Abercrombie, her husband was Paul Abercrombie, who this room is actually named after, was chairman of the police commission. She passed away last week. And Eleanor Mitchell, her husband was second selectman for years for the town of North Haven, and she did pass away as well. So condolences to all three families. And as a final concluding remark, as I do every month, just a reminder, please lock your cars, your sheds, your homes, just to help prevent anything from happening to yourself and other residents. So that's it. Chief.
Thank you, and just to expand on what you said, our condolences to Greg Swinetech's family and loved ones. He's a Yale police officer, his wakes tonight. He's being laid to rest tomorrow. He's survived by his daughter. All around great guy, got involved with a lot of things, grew up locally in East Haven. So our thoughts are with him, his family, his loved ones. So we'll start with the budget. At the end of period 8, which is the end of February, we're at 67.1% expended. This is within, it's very close, but it's within our self-imposed spending limits. And it's the same topic I bring up every month. We're tracking our overtime and our dispatch center, emergency communications center, just police, fire, EMS. It's costing us a lot of money right now in overtime. We're still at 6 dispatchers working. We're budgeted for 8, so that's really the driver of that cost. We gave a conditional offer of employment, and we have 1 dispatcher in the background phase and another dispatcher waiting to start the background phase at this point. So next year's budget request has been submitted, as the chairman noted. Board of Finance will look to make cuts on my requests. They have a meeting tomorrow night. So anybody watching who's interested, who wants to support the police budget or any part of the town government side of budget, there is an opportunity to make comments at the meeting tomorrow night and express your feelings on what's adequate, what the needs of our community actually are. And that's tomorrow at Town Hall. I believe they start at 7 o'clock. So that's tomorrow's meeting. And then the schedule for the budget, April 7th, there's the public hearing. May 12th is the town meeting, and May 20th is the referendum at this point. So if you have any questions on the current operating budget that you have in your packets or the budget moving forward at all?
None here.
Under traffic, we have nothing this month, which is nice. I anticipate next month potentially automated speed cameras, a conversation about that. The deputy chief's been doing some work on a program that we're going to look to put into place, and not for the commission to approve, but just to keep you up to date on what's going on. There's going to be a need for a town ordinance to pass that by state law, by state statute. And I think it's something that's good, not only for the police department, but for curbing some dangerous driving habits of the public.
Is that purchasing new equipment you're talking about, or?
There'll be a whole presentation for you next month. It would be no cost to the town.
Gotcha.
We'll explain how that works exactly.
Gotcha.
Under training and professional standards, refer to the packet for details. We continue to do a lot of training for our officers and our dispatchers. Officer Dos Santos, who was sworn in tonight and is a certified police officer, he'll be in training here in-house for about 3 weeks and on the road by himself after that. So hiring certified officers, as the commission knows, is a good cost-effective way to stay up to date with our staffing and have an immediate impact on our patrol division, especially. We also get to take advantage of some of the experience that these officers have and evaluate that experience and how that relates to the North Haven community. So it's really worked out well for us the past couple of years, hiring certified officers. So at the April meeting, we hope to swear in either 1 or 2 more officers. Both are certified. The commission gave conditional offers of employment to. And at that point, if we're able to swear in both of them, we'll be full staffed. We do anticipate a retirement soon, as I've reported last month, and we anticipate a retirement in July. So all the conditional offers have been exhausted at that point. Our current certified list is exhausted, so we're going to start from scratch, open back up applications for certified officers, as well as interview recruit officers moving forward. As you know, we had 2 officers who started the police academy January 3rd. Expected graduation is July, and then after 3 months of field training, as long as everything goes smoothly, they'll be on their own here in November of this year. We have 1 officer who began military leave last week, and we anticipate 1 more officer leaving in December for military leave. I could expand on that in executive session. Under Uniform Services Division, February, there was an increase in calls for service compared to February last year, just slightly, with over 4,500 calls compared to 4,400. Motor vehicle stops are up year to date at 460 compared to 387. Total motor vehicle citations in February, we gave out 91 tickets this February compared to 41 February of last year. And year to date, we've given out 179 infractions compared to 84 last year in the same time period. Total arrests are pretty much flat at 45 this year compared to 40 last year. Stolen vehicles also flat, 6 compared to 5. And vehicle burglaries are finally down. It's nice to be able to report that. Just 7 in February compared to 11 last year. And year to date, only 15 vehicle burglaries so far compared to 27 vehicle burglaries last year. All larcenies are also are also flat in February, 35 compared to 34. And year to date, they're slightly down, 71 compared to 76. Does anybody have any questions about uniform service report and those numbers?
No.
Our Investigative Services Division, again, refer to your report for details. Just a couple things to note. We continue to work with state, federal partners on stolen vehicle task force, ATV and street takeovers, the FBI Safe Streets Task Force, and internet crimes against children. As the chairman indicated earlier, the street takeover that took place on Monowies Avenue in December, detectives were able to do a lot of work and identify a number of people involved. So far, 6 have been arrested, and we anticipate potentially more arrests to follow as we've identified more people involved. We had 3 robberies that occurred in town last year by the same suspects. They have been identified. We anticipate arrests on those robberies fairly shortly, so we'll be able to get details out to you hopefully in the next couple weeks. The other arrests and investigations in the report are pretty sensitive, as I'm sure you read, so not really for the meeting tonight, but feel free to look at those details. And finally, under the Benary Scholarship, I have a request from Angel Aviles. He's in a master's program at UNH for criminal justice, and his request is for 6 courses.
Oh, that's a lot. Let's discuss that in executive session and get back to that after we go back in open session, if you don't mind.
Sounds good. I have nothing else for open session.
Okay. Any further questions?
Okay.
Okay. I'll make a motion that we adjourn from open session to go into executive session for personnel matter discussions.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we are back now in open session after having discussed personnel in executive session. There'll be 2 motions. First is to grant the Benary Scholarship to Angel Aviles for the coursework taken so far. I'll make that motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Do we have any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, great. The second motion is for the offering a position of supernumerary to Michael Harton upon his retirement from the North Haven Police Force. I served the community very well, officer for many years. So when he retires, we will offer that position to him. I'll make that motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any further business? Okay, with that, I'll make a motion for adjournment.
Second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Adjourned.
The preceding program is brought to you in part through a grant from the town of North Haven. Watch town meetings or other videos on demand at nhtv.com.